With energeticcity.ca. This is the Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. Today I'm at the Fort St. John North Peace Museum here with Heather Sjoblom, the curator at the museum, and we're talking about Halloween at the museum, which is taking place tomorrow. Heather, what do you have in store for all the families that are going to dress up and come by the museum tomorrow?
So we have lots of trick-or-treating fun. So basically you'll go through the museum starting with these craft tables here, pick up some take-home crafts and activities to do, sponsored by the co-op. And then you'll trick-or-treat through various exhibits, getting candy or Halloween goodies like pencils and glow sticks and so on, and learning fun facts about Halloween. So most people will be dressed in costume throughout the museum, so it's a fun way to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this Make Your Own Monster kit that was sponsored by Co-op. It's really cool. So it has Play-Doh in there and then all the little bits to make your own monster, which is really awesome. Here, I'll show it in the camera here. Try not to destroy it with my big hands. Who doesn't love Play-Doh? I'm 30 years old and I love Play-Doh.
So we've made a few changes this year over last year. So this time people are going to enter at the back of our building here. And we're going to have a lineup kind of through our receiving room and into this room a bit so that we can have most of our lineup inside rather than freezing outside. And that way, yeah, it'll be a lot better, and we're going to have some activities to kind of pass the time while you wait, because we only let a few people in at a time to have a better experience and so on.
So you basically just switched it up so that people aren't waiting out in the cold.
That's correct.
Awesome, awesome. And then, so for these bags here, I went into the monster bags. What's in here? These are treats?
These are Frankenstein sun catchers.
Oh, yes.
So you have some contact paper and a template and some green tissue paper, so you can make a sun catcher for your window.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. So you're saying that anyone who comes to visit tomorrow, they'll be able to go through the museum, and then you'll also be telling some facts about Halloween? Is that true?
Yes. So we have a whole bunch of different fun facts about Halloween. Some of them are local history. So got a farmer who had quite a large pumpkin back about 20 years ago, or some costumes people were wearing in the 80s, photo out of the newspaper and such, and others are more general history of Halloween facts.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how did it go last year? I saw pictures from last year's event. I unfortunately couldn't go to it, but it seemed like it was doing very well. It was packed, right?
Busy. It was packed. We had about 393 people, so just over 200 kids. This year we've planned for about 400 kids. It's hard to know, and the weather may play a role. It's not quite as warm this year as it was last year, but I mean, again, that's why we're trying to do a lot of the lineup inside.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. How many volunteers do you have helping you out this year?
We have about 15 volunteers, 15 to 20 volunteers.
Wow, for an estimated 400 kids, that's still...
Oh, and that doesn't include like all the volunteer hours that just went into preparing these kits and so on.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's so awesome. So more information, Heather, when does it take place tomorrow? And just to reiterate, the information about going to the back when people arrive.
Yeah, so it's Friday, October 27th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's just drop in. If you drive by and the lineup's kind of long, you can come back later and drop in. Please dress up in costume if you want. And please bring a trick-or-treating bag, because you'll need a bag to fit in your crafts as well as your candies and other Halloween goodies.
Awesome. So many goodies, so much stuff going on at the museum tomorrow. Make sure you guys come and stop by. And when we're into... Take two. When we're ending this video right here, Heather, I'd like to ask you, what is a Halloween fact, a local Halloween fact you can give me? Do you have one off the top of your head, or am I putting you on the spot?
Yeah, that's tricky to think of a local one off the top of my head, other than you will learn about a guy who grew a large pumpkin back in the early 2000s.
Oh, wow.
And then some other ones are just kind of about what Halloween costumes
What the costumes are looking like, which changes every...
One in the library back in the 80s, so...
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Heather. Heather Sjoblom, the curator at the Fort St. John North Peace Museum. I'm Trey Lopushinsky. This is the Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you.